Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. JB here. Today we're out for the first time and for the grand opening of Cotton's RC Village and Adventure. Great spot over here. This is going to be a little bit of a combined video because this was our first time for their grand opening. They had a huge swap meet and a big competition that was set up, so we were all over the place checking stuff out. When I say we, I mean Ian's RCs and I, hanging out with him all the time. If you haven't saw his channel, go and check that out. He's got some awesome videos. There's a lot of the smaller scale stuff now too, the 18th and 24th scale, so if you guys are up into that, you definitely check him out. He's got all sorts of cool stuff. But we were over here hanging out. We went for just the Saturday day of the whole weekend that they did. It was a blast. So much stuff to take in and walk around and check out. Huge property. Great spot, lots of shade, which is nice here in Florida in the summer. So I really don't have a ton of running videos, so we combined 3 videos together for this and got them all put together. Hopefully it's not too all over the place for you guys, but again, this place was fantastic. We've gone again since this video was taken, and just a great spot. Tons of rocks to crawl all over. Tons of shade from the trees, lots of man-made obstacles and stuff to check out, bridges and all sorts of things made out of all sorts of different stuff too. And he's got a huge mud pit that you can go mudding in. There's a huge basher hole, like a big hole in the ground that is just 20 feet wide and 15 feet up on the side, so you can jump out and bash around the inside of. They were actually doing a tractor pull today too, well, a truck pull, but with like a sled that we pulled. That was awesome. The sled was a little messed up, so only a few people got to pull, but it was still so cool, and I'm sure they'll be doing it again. But this one here is the Axial SCX6 that I had. If you guys aren't familiar with this, great truck, monster of a thing. We're well over 30 pounds with this. Took the JLU body off. This was the JLU SCX6, and put the cliffhanger body on there. Nice custom paint job on that. Some cool little decals and stuff on there. Took quite a while to do that. It's got like 9 layers on there. I do have that Velcro mounted onto the front inner fenders and the rear shock towers. So there's no pins or anything out there. You just grab and peel it off. I do have the metal front bumper, KYX on there. Metal side sliders from KYX on there. We're running a 70 kg Power Hobby servo over the stock servo. I run 2 3S lipos, and for a while I thought that meant I was running 6S, but I'm told that the way they're hooked up is in a parallel and not a combined form or something. I'm really just running like a 10,400 milliamp hour 3S. This is all on 3S. A lot of good bashing with this truck. Other than that, for that, we just had the metal rims, tires, lots of weight added down low, metal slider or metal skids on the bottom, all that good stuff.
Awesome.
And up here we have, this is the mud pit. And now I do this mud pit no justice with this truck. I thought this was more of like a mud bog kind of pit, but it is definitely more of like a ski across the top as fast as you can kind of pit, because it is really thick and sloppy. I did a fantastic job setting this thing up, let me tell you what. Oh, probably the best mud pit I've ever been anywhere near in my life with any RC car. So I have out here with this is the TRX4 Bronco. I put some J-Concepts Sling Kings on there. Fantastic looking little tire. Thought it'd be killer for the mud with that V-tread. For this, I think I had them turn forward. I don't know if they're forward or backward. I tried both ways, forward and backward. But with this mud, it really doesn't seem to matter too much. Like I said, if you more want something that's really, really fast to go through this, I get stuck in this stuff like a million times with this truck. I also am running stock setup on this, so the motor got completely filled with this nasty muddy water and shut down on me twice. So I ended up having to clean it up and then start over again basically with the mudding. But such a fun time. If you guys are into mudding at all, I highly recommend this 100%. This is just for the mud pit. It's worth paying the $10 admission to get into this park to play around. And the comps that they do are fantastic. Matter of fact, on this day, Ian, the buddy I go with from Ian's RCs, he entered into his very first comp with one of his 24 scale rigs, and he actually won first place. It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. So he was excited and stoked, and It's pretty awesome to even see somebody for the first time get out there with. And there was at least 10 other people in the same class as him for the 24 scale, and everybody seemed like they did pretty good. I watched quite a few and checked them out, but we're real happy for him, and who knows, maybe we'll enter some more. I'm sure he'll be in more of those 24 scale comps for sure. And I might start getting into the 10 scales myself. Really into the class 1 kind of stuff, because most of my trucks wouldn't even be close to fitting into a class 1, but maybe class 2 or class 3 or limited class, or there's all sorts of different ones that you can get into, different tire sizes, motors, widths, lengths, all that kind of stuff. So I just have to get into it a little bit, check it out. And next time I take this thing out, we're doing some changes to it. We're going to fix things up. I did tear it all apart after this and cleaned out the entire drivetrain, switched the motor out, ESC out. So we'll see what happens next time with it. But killer mud spot. And then up next year, I think we have the SCX10 chassis kit with my cliffhanger body. And this is definitely a killer chassis. Great setup. Got it very simple. It's pretty much all stock chassis-wise. I didn't do anything crazy. I haven't even added any extra weights or anything. I did put some wheel extensions on it just to give it a little bit wider of a stance. Other than that, it's running 3S, brushed Holmes Hobbies Crawlmaster, Hobbywing 1080, Glass Guy RXTX, 3S LiPo, 35 kg Metal Gear servo from Amazon, a little cheapy. We got metal front and rear bumpers on there. But this thing is fantastic, a lot of fun, very capable chassis. I know I could do just a little bit to this and really make it something that I could probably compete with. This may be a class 2 or class 3, I don't know. But a great little truck. I would probably have to add a winch, I think, most of the time for these comps. These guys are adding winches at least to the trucks, so maybe add a winch to it. That would make things a little different. Great rig. And again, so those are the 3 that I combined. You got the SCX6 at the beginning with some big chunks. There was also that noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it or were able to hear that over my voiceover, but nothing broke. It sounded bad, and everybody that was nearby was like, "Oh, that sounded expensive." But it drove for another 15 or 20 minutes after that, and I bashed a little bit with it in the sand there, in high gear, and nothing was making any noises or clicking or anything after that. So I don't really know what happened there. I'm just crossing my fingers that nothing real bad happened, and it's gonna maybe make things worse down the road for me. But that, and then we had the mud pit with the TRX4 Bronco there with the Sling Kings on it. Love those tires. They make all different sizes for those two guys. Those I have are real low profile, but they make huge ones. You can get them 2.2, 1.9, all over the place. Narrow, wide, it's however you want it, whatever your setup's going to be. And then for the third, we got this here, the SCX10, and this is just running on some of the rock courses. Now, we didn't even touch most of the rock courses that were here because most of them were blocked off for the competition that was on this day. So I do have one more video coming up with my Gen 7. If you guys like that truck that's got the metal capper portals on it, real sick looking rig. I got it dropped way down low, but it's fantastic. And I actually, after the whole comp was done, we got to go on a few more of the rock piles. Yeah, you can see all sorts of stuff in the background here, all the people, all the tents and trucks. It was insane. It was hundreds of people here on this grand opening that they did. It was really awesome. Really got you into it too. Everybody asking you about your trucks. You're asking everybody else about their trucks. I mean, it's just a blast. Can't say enough. I want to thank Cotton's RC Village and Adventure for having everybody there, and I can't wait to go back again. So we'll see them soon, and hopefully we'll see all of you soon. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, which is just about over. So if you're still here, you are fantastic. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Get out there and have some fun.